If you want this dewy makeup look, you clicked on the right video. I'm gonna go over my skincare routine and makeup tips and products that I've used, so keep on watching. What nobody tells you is how important skincare is when it comes to dewy makeup. I'm going to be sharing my routine that I do every single night. What I first added was a Milky toner. A Milky toner just adds a layer of hydration and makes the skin soft and ready for products to use. Then I have these two, the Ordinary serums. One is hyaluronic acid and the other one is niacinamide acid. Hyaluronic acid pulls moisture into the skin and it makes the skin look plump and shiny, and it's the best for dry skin. I would recommend using this all the time. And then niacinamide helps with acne and redness and controls oil and evens out like skin tone. You will see that I am using a Gua Sha every time I use a serum. This is just to reduce puffiness, improve my blood flow, and help drain fluid so it looks like my face is less swollen, and it just sculpts my face. So yeah, I would recommend doing that as well. I went in with this honey cream to make my face glow a little more and just locks in everything that I just put. So this is the finished look before I go to bed. And before I did my skincare, I added these face pads that I got on Amazon. Here's my face in the morning. Hollywood Flawless Filter by Charlotte Tilbury. I would recommend using if you don't want to have any foundation on and just want that dewy look. You're going to want to get a cream bronzer. These are the three that I have. They don't necessarily need to be these, but as long as it's a cream bronzer. These are easily blendable and it keeps the makeup from getting cakey as it would do for a powdered one. I'll be using the Tower 28 concealer. And then the same goes for cream liquid blushes. These are the two that I'll be using. You want to prevent using any sort of powder whatsoever to keep you from getting cakey and having that liquid, natural flush look. I'll be using the one for NARS today, so yeah. You're going to want mostly water-based products, then oil-based. You don't want to mix them either or you'll get acne. One of my water-based products is my primer, which is Milk. You're going to want to find your foundation that matches your primer. So since mine is water-based, I found another water-based foundation, which is Patrick Ta's Major Skin Hydra Luxe Luminous Skin Perfection Foundation. This is meant for the dewy look. It is meant for being super shiny and looking wet. So here it is. Can't really see it, but I'm going to be applying it to my face, and then I'm going to blend it out with the Hourglass foundation brush, which is so good. I recommend getting this. If you're going to get any brush or spend any sort of money, I would spend money on this brush. It blends so well. I blend it with almost everything. These are the two liquid bronzers that I'll be using. The circled one I use on a daily basis. I would recommend this one. 10 out of 10. Everything here is a 10 out of 10. I'm also going to be showing you the other one just for the purpose of the video of how well it blends. And it's super shiny. It lasts all day. Now I'm going in with the NARS liquid blush. This blush is the best blush. It doesn't just look like I plastered it on, it seeps into the foundation and it blends so perfectly well. I'm only adding a little bit here, but I'm going to be adding a little more later. Now I'm going to go in with the Tower 28 concealer. This one is it doesn't leave any like streaks as I've seen the Hourglass. I've tried the Hourglass and it always leaves like marks. I would recommend Tower 28 because it looks so seamless. For my blending technique of blending my concealer, I first start off with a different brush, blending out the outer edges first of the concealer and then working my way towards the middle, and then using my Hourglass foundation brush to blend in anything that seems uneven. and it makes it so flawless. And then I go in and add the Patrick Ta blush. Sometimes I use the powder, and then sometimes I use the top end, which is more like liquid form. Not liquid form, but like not as powdery. I know I said don't use as much powder, but this is a case where you can. And then now I'm gonna add setting powder from Laura Mercier. It's so good. It matches well with the Tower 28. It doesn't leave any creases, at least for me it doesn't. I'm gonna do my eyebrows a bit differently. I use the Born This Way matte. It's not a concealer, but it's a foundation that's super light. It's supposed to be oil free, but I've seen that it does kind of mix with the water-based products, and it makes me break out sometimes. So I only keep this on the top of my face. You could try adding it to different parts, but this is just what I do personally. Now I'm gonna add eyeshadow by Makeup by Mario. This is just like a neutral color that I'm using, and then I added a little bit of the foundation to my inner corners, and then added a little bit of highlighter in the middle, so my eyes pop out a little more. And then my lip combo that I got from Target, and then my setting spray. And then yeah, this is the finished look. Let me know if you guys have any questions. I try to go off of everything I knew and what I've learned so far. And yeah, if you guys want a part 2, please let me know. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please leave a like and subscribe.